Do you know that we as human beings are capable to choose our own lives? Yes, we can. We human beings are like God. And because we are part of God, we are spiritual beings as in a human form, right? So we have got all the powers that a God can have. The only mistake that we do is that we don't personalize all that power that we have, right? And that is the secret. That is the greatest secret according to Earl Nightingale. So now, how do we start being God? This is something we'll discuss today, and how to be successful being God all the time. If we are God, then we are destined to be successful, right? We are destined to be successful. Now, before that, I'm Sangeeta. I'm a leadership growth mentor, and I help mid-career professionals get unstuck. But in my way of doing that, actually, I help many people getting unstuck on their way. Actually, I have been helping people who have been ailing from several psychological disorders. I don't know how I attract that, but I do attract that because all those around me are, that is the message I get, are somehow or other are ailing inside, which is why they are causing me dissatisfaction, anger at times. That is what happens. And the other person is not in charge. We are in charge, and they are reflecting on how we are behaving. In addition, they are also might be ailing. This is the message I have got for myself. So that is how I interpret my situation and my circumstances, where I tend to get insulted by people more often. They don't realize that, and that is how I get my power back, right? So, and this is precisely what I teach. Get your power back, get the control back of your life. You decide what you can do. And here are a few steps to be successful, to being happy, just pure happy. And when you are happy, then you will focus more on to something positive. And that is how you become productive. And that is the only way to be more successful. You got that, right? So this is the secret that I want to bring out for everybody. It is such a small thing, but we take things to be absolute, right? How the other person behaved, that is absolute. Maybe the person doesn't remember it for a day even. And we create a lot of anxiety and depression within ourselves. The other person doesn't remember, and we have created that entire epic within ourselves, which will take us backward, right? So the first principle that Earl Nightingale speaks about is the whole world is a reflection of our own inner world, right? If that is so, then we can control ourselves, right? How we respond to others, that we can control. So here is the first step. It is we are in control, and how we behave to others is in our own hand, right? So this is how Stephen Covey also says about when he talks about win-win situation. When a negative thing happens, right? somebody, like say from our own perspective, our own face also somebody would take offense, and he or she, even though you don't intend, that person would start being reactive to you. So in response, you have the choice to be reactive, or you have the choice to be proactive and allow the person to express, right? So it just takes 1 second, 1 minute to alter the entire thing, right? The entire response pattern can be changed. And this has been this. Can you take this experiment as an exercise and try it out on somebody tomorrow? See, first you need to be in control within. You need to be in control of your own emotions. There is nothing the other person is saying bothers you. You just choose the next right step. And what it is? The next right step is to give a genuinely honest kind of reaction, thinking that the other person is somehow troubled. And you may have the power of healing because you understand, right? You are empathetic. You understand how the other person is going to behave, and you give a positive response to that person. And in that process, what will happen? The person will be surprised as to how you are behaving. And this is the first principle of successful living. In my course of resourceful influencing, if I talk about 4 techniques, and one of them is our perception and our attitude towards life. How we can change the attitude of others depends on how we have the attitude within ourselves. So check every day how you think about yourself within you. If you start thinking, then you will observe that every moment you actually your reaction time will slow down. Your reaction time will slow down, and you first listen. And another trick, another habit that 𝐥𝐞𝐞𝐝 talks about is first strive to understand, and then think about being understood. What the other person is saying, where the pain point is. And he talks about, funnily, about an incident where the lady actually has a nail on her head. And obviously, if somebody has a nail here pierced, then the other person will be in trouble, right? If in severe pain. And if you are able to see that nail, which is hurting the other person, then normally you will try to remove that nail from there to give her some respite of release from that pain, right? And that is the immediate reaction you have. But the other person is not suffering from physical pain. She is suffering from mental agony as well. So how do you understand that the mental agony is foremost in her head rather than the physical pain? Physical pain is definitely there, but the mental agony is much more to. Just think about this. How come that nail managed to pierce her head? Under what circumstances? It might be an unusual circumstance, right? Where she would have preferred to have that nail pierced on her forehead rather than going through more mental agony. Do you get that? Do you get that? It is a funny situation for us, but many people choose the lesser pain, even though this is another pain, to avoid a bigger pain. One needs to be in their shoes to understand this. And when they are in pain, if you are in front, obviously you are going to get an abnormal reaction. It will not be a normal reaction. Right? So here the power to choose comes into being, and we can always choose how we react. And the first principle of successful living is to understand. Another story goes like this. A couple bought a home somewhere near the northern sea, and it is a fabulous place, and they have just set up their home. After 6 months of time, they were packing. Now, one of the friend asked, he was very surprised that this is such a place nobody gets, and they have got it. They have constructed a house there, and they are living, like say, absolutely phenomenal manner. But why they were living there? So that is when the question came as to what is troubling them. The real trouble is in the locality, no lady allows this women of the house to take part in anything. Now, if it is Earl Nightingale or Stephen Covey or any well-wisher, he would ask whether she has expressed the willingness to participate in the community thing. And it turned out that she hasn't expressed that as well. She expected the other person, the community ladies, to come and invite her. Whereas from her expression, the community ladies thought that she likes to stay alone. She doesn't like to be in a crowd. She doesn't like to be participating in any event. That is how the impression went. So is it the fault of anybody, either party? No, it is just the fault of the perception on either party. And nobody tried to resolve this. Can you get this? Is this the same way it is happening at your workplace too? Are you assuming the other person to be rude without giving the other person a chance to explain? Right? You get the point? So what I would like you to do is, the next time you have some misunderstanding with anybody, just try to reach out and put your perspective. 99.99% of the time, this will be a big step forward from your side to resolve the entire crisis. The crisis of lifetime will get resolved just with this step. You'll be surprised. Hope this helps. And if it helps, then please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and try to find out the link, because I'm posting it in LinkedIn maybe. So I would post the direct video out there. So what I would like is, in the post itself, I'll give the link of the YouTube channel. So please subscribe to that channel so as to get my latest video. Every day I post a video about leadership growth, and these are small little tricks which will help you out. Thank you.